How much does an Australian Labradoodle cost and why? Here at Lakewood Labradoodles, our Australian Labradoodles are $3,500 plus Florida sales tax as of July 2025. If you're finding one that's much less than that, you need to ask why. We feed a very high quality of food to all our dogs, but remember, all my dogs live in guardian homes except for my 2 personal dogs and the dogs that are on site, either because we're waiting for them to have their babies or they're raising a litter. Then they go back home to their normal family who they live with for their whole life. But there are so many costs involved for our breeding dogs. We take them to the reproductive vet and have x-rays done for their hips and their elbows and for their patellas. We have their cardiac checked. Then we go to a different vet and we go to an ophthalmologist and have their eyes done. Then we do a swab and do DNA testing, hundreds of dollars worth of DNA testing. Remember, we have to pick up and drop off and schedule all those things as well. Then we have them groomed at our groomer, which we have to pay for that, and we hire a photographer and have them to our house to do a website photo shoot and all the time that's involved with that and editing those pictures. Then when it's time for them to have babies, when they go into heat, we take them back to our house or we pick them up, and 3 times a week we run them to our reproductive vet about 30 minutes away from us, and we have progesterones run until we know when they ovulated and it's time for a honeymoon. Now the first of those is also a breeding exam, which is an additional expense. Halfway through the pregnancy, between day 28 and 32, we do an ultrasound, and that's another expense. I have an ultrasound machine now that I can do them within my own home. So I also have staff. Lots of breeders don't, but in that case, they work very, very, very hard 24 hours a day. For sustainability and joy, I pay people to help me. But one way or the other, the piper is definitely paid. I have cleaning help and an amazing staff girl that works with me every day of the week full time. She keeps everything beautiful and clean, administers medication that needs to be done, and dewormers, make sure everyone's fed at the right time, everyone goes out at the right time, make sure that everything is spotless and beautiful and clean, does all the laundry. Then I also have kindergarten teachers for puppy kindergarten that come in half a day, 5 days a week, and work with the puppies and do all kinds of socialization, outings and activities and things like that to make sure that they're getting the right amount of enrichment and everything they could possibly need in order to be the best puppies ever by the time they go home with you, my clients. I also have a litter coordinator. She answers all the client emails, does all of our tech needs, follows up on spayed neuters, talks to people about any questions they have. She maintains our website along with me. She registers everything we need to be done with the WALA and ALAA, which are overarching organizations that keep us registered and protect you. It's a wonderful situation. We also have high quality food that we have to have on hand to feed the puppies. And that, as you well know, is very expensive. We have to make sure that we have very nice dog enclosures to keep our dogs and puppies safe and that they're in good condition. We have potty trays, crates, calcium, trays that have the potty pads that go in the bottoms of the trays. We have puppy ID collars. We have toys that get laundered with bleach and constantly have to be replaced because we have to keep them sanitary and in good condition and clean for our babies. We have a very nice puppy turf area, top of the line, high quality, 2 separate areas, and those are also enclosed with beautiful PVC fencing, and we have to maintain that with Wissy Wash and go out there and, keep it clean and maintain it all the time. We have a dedicated laundry space that we use for our dogs and just only do puppy and dog laundry in that, and it stays going most of the day, every day. And the laundry and the pet shampoo, the soap that goes with it. We have a dedicated van, a Honda Odyssey, that is completely available and used with great regularity for all the appointments and pickups and drop-offs and meeting people at the airport and all the multiplicity of things that we need to do. We have drivers that we have to pay. We have to pay insurance and gas on the van. We have the vet visits for the puppies where we have to pay for their vaccinations, their health certificates. We have to buy the microchips and have the vet install the microchips. And every week we want to produce a nice photo shoot for you. so that you can see beautiful pictures of our upcoming babies and current litters. So we have a professional photographer come in once a week, and really it takes 2 people working along with the photographer to get great pictures. We can do it with 2, but lots of times there are 3 of us, and it is very helpful. So that's an additional time and hours and expense there. We have the photos edited, someone has to do it. We have a client management software that we use to send out and keep people informed with lots of great information, but we have to maintain that. We have our amazing organizations, the Worldwide Australian Labradoodle Association and the Australian Labradoodle Association of America, that hold our feet to the fire. We register each one of our breeding dogs with them, all of our puppies, all of our litters. There's lots of expense involved with that, which we submit to enthusiastically because that protects you. And we're excited about doing that. And that way you can know that we are literally doing the very best that we possibly can. We pay the world's most amazing trainer, Nadia, to temperament test each one of our puppies, which is a well worthwhile expense. And she consults with us on placement and puppy matching with our signature Lakewood process that we're so proud of. And then also we have to create and maintain a social media presence, which is no small investment of time between all the videos and the pictures that we have to take candidly, all the blood, sweat, and tears and time that we invest into that. And as a hidden expense, but very important, the reason you choose to work with a breeder is because we're going to be there for you for the life of the dog. I have to make sure that I have the money and the ability to take care of any issue that arises in the lifetime of the dog. And although it doesn't happen often, every once in a while, there is a time when I have to help out with medical expenses that have arisen. I have to be there and available and willing to take a dog back or replace a dog if something happens. And at the end of the day, you know, in order for us to do this and make it a sustainable, joyful experience that doesn't just completely wipe us out, it is very important, including the fact that when I'm gone, I have to hire someone to replace me overnight, on the weekends, even with my staff that's here during the day at great expense. So in order to do this and do it joyfully and be there for you for the long haul, you can see it's not like we're just pocketing all the money. It is going to a good cause to make sure we can bring you the healthiest, most well-balanced, well-prepared puppies to make your family complete.